Hey guys, Up here. Today we're checking out the Mh25 Pro from Nitecore. Inside the box you get the flashlight itself, a carrying case, a bag with some extra parts and pieces, a USB-C charging cable, user's guide, and warranty card. So let's take this thing outside and see what it can do. It is dark 30 and we're outside. We have our light here on its ultra low mode, lighting up our cheat sheet real nice. Can see it out into the yard, not really on camera though. Kind of see it off the pump house there. That's 50 feet away. That's 1 lumen. Let's put it on to low. Now we can see it out there in the yard. Off of the pump house there, 50 feet away. Off of the trees at the end of the grass, that's 100 feet away. End of the fence line, that's 150 feet away. And can't really see it off of the trees across the street. So let's go up to medium. That brightens everything up. Off of the pump house. Trees at the end of the grass. End of the fence line. And those trees across the road there, 200 feet away. Let's go to high. You can even see the beam on that. Off of the pump house. Trees at the end of the grass. End of the fence line. And those trees across the road there. Let's go to turbo. It's a little bit brighter there. Off of the pump house. Trees at the end of the grass. End of the fence line and those trees across the road there. This does have some special modes, which are strobe, beacon, and S.O.S. So we're going to show you those real quick. Here's your warning. There's your strobe. Turn that off and cycle through. Strobe, beacon. And cycle through till we get to S.O.S. And we'll put it back to that turbo. Now I gave this to one of my subscribers, but he was kind enough to send it back to me. This is the Mh12 Pro. And this is the Mh25 Pro. Both on turbo. Now you can see that the 25 has a tighter hotspot than the 12 does. Let's put this out to those trees. That's the 12 and the 25. Now both of these have that same issue where if they get too hot, they will turn off when they are on their turbo. So they're both on their turbo right now. The 25 has been on a little bit longer, so it might dim down quicker. But we're just going to watch these for a couple seconds. And you can see, there goes the, well, they both went down. So when they get too hot after about 30 seconds, this is the light that you're going to have for a while. If it still gets too hot after that, it's going to step down to medium. But this is where you're pretty much going to have these lights for the duration of whatever you're doing. Unless you just need that quick turbo, it'll kick on. And then after about 30 seconds or so, it'll dim down. Same with this one. There it is on its high. Turn it off, turn it back on. We're back up to turbo. But they will both dim down. Now, as another comparison, I have with me, this is my everyday on my duty belt P23i from Nitecore. And this is the 25 on its turbo. That is the 23i on its turbo. And this battery isn't really even charged. The thing I like about it is it stays on longer on its hotspot. The 25 is already dimmed down to its high mode, and the 23i still isn't even getting hot yet. So there it is. And there is the 25 on its high. Back to turbo. And the 23i. So 25 has a nice tight hotspot, which I love, but it just dims down too quick. It's already on its high. There it is back on turbo. The 23i is just starting to warm up right now. So if you need something with quick, throw it out there power, and then this being your high mode after about 30 seconds, this 25 is nice. And if you need a hand warmer, this Mh25 is nice because this thing is getting toasty. It still throws out there pretty far though. Operation of this light is pretty simple. We have one button right here that will control the modes and one button right here that will turn it on and off. If we click that button, we will start off with low. Low is 50 lumens and it'll last there for 50 hours. If we click this button, we will get to medium. Medium is 300 lumens and it'll last there for 7 hours and 30 minutes. Click it again, and we're going to get to high. High is 1200 lumens and it'll last there for 2 hours and 30 minutes. If we click it one more time, we will get to turbo. Turbo is 3300 lumens and it'll last there for 30 minutes in the right settings with all of the safety stuff turned off. My experience has been that it'll last there for about 30 seconds until this gets too hot, and then it'll step down to high. On the side here, you can see what our output is. Right now we are at high. Let's kick it up to turbo. And in about 30 seconds, this thing's going to step down because it's getting too warm, and it'll go back to high. Now I edited out that 30 seconds, but you can see how it dropped down there. And if it still gets too warm, I think it'll drop down again. Right here you can see our battery level, and you can see that we are completely full right now, but as you use the flashlight, it will step down. This flashlight uses a 21700 lithium-ion battery with 5300 milliamp hours, and this is a high drain battery, which means that it can use a max discharge of 20 amps for 90 seconds. It also has integrated safety features which give it overcharge and discharge protections. On the opposite side of the mode button, we have a USB-C charging port. We plug our cable into there, flip it back over, and you can see that it is now charging. There are some special modes on this light. One is an ultra low mode. So with the light off, if we hold down this button and then turn it on, we will get to ultra low, which is 1 lumen, and will last there for 650 hours. It also has strobe, beacon, and S.O.S. So here's your warning. With the flashlight on, we're going to hold down this button for a couple seconds and it will go to strobe. And it's a variable strobe. Now if we click it again, it will turn it back to whatever mode you were on before. You have to cycle through the strobe, beacon, and S.O.S. to see all of the modes. So we're going to hit this button down again. We got our strobe, keep it down, and now we're on beacon. And if we click it again, we will go back to whatever mode we're on. Now let's do S.O.S. So we're going to hold it down again and go through strobe, beacon, and then S.O.S. There's your S.O.S. Now all of these will shine at 3,300 lumens, which is its max. And then to turn it off, just click the button again. We go back to whatever mode we were on before. It has a UHI 40 LED, and that little dot over the LED light is a proximity sensor. With that proximity sensor, you can have it on high or turbo, put something right in front of it, and it will step down to medium, which is 300 lumens, and it'll stay there until that object is removed. Now, if you do need to use the high or the turbo and have something in the way, you can click the mode button and get back to whatever level you were at. This flashlight has two different types of modes. One is the daily user mode. So you click it on, it memorizes where you were, and it goes back to that. So you can put it on to medium, turn it off, turn it back on, it goes back to medium. There's also a tactical mode. So to access that, we're going to hold down this button here. Then we're going to turn it on. That's going to get us to our ultra low. We're going to keep that button held down, and when you see it flash, that means that it is on tactical mode. So now when we turn it on, it will go straight to turbo always. We can still step it down, turn it off, turn it back on, back to turbo. This light is impact resistant for 1 meter and has an IP68 waterproof rating down to 2 meters. Well, that's all I have for this video. Bang around that bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Call us on the hotline if you have comments or questions and want to be featured in an upcoming video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Check us out on the website, and we'll see you guys on the next one.